Sometimes great stock ideas come from places outside the charts. We see a company coming out with a brand new product making waves, and we think maybe that could be a good investment. Or maybe a stock is in the news for having blowout earnings in its most recent quarter. However the stock idea comes to you, the important thing is to know how to properly vet the idea to make sure it's a quality stock and not just a flash in the pan. So how do we do that? Well, today we're going to break down a buying checklist that you can use to gauge the quality of your portfolio contenders. So let's get right into it. First, we want to check the overall trend of both the stock and the market. Ideally, both will be in an uptrend when we're going to buy. IBD evaluates the major index's price and volume action on a daily basis and uses these to determine if the market is in an uptrend under pressure, or a correction. Now, we also want to make sure that the stock we're looking at is showing signs of strength. For this, we'll see the stock trending higher above its 50-day and 200-day moving averages. A stock that's trading below these levels indicates a lack of institutional support. So not only do we want a stock in an uptrend and above rising moving averages, but also we want a stock that's showing relative strength. As stock pickers, we don't want to select stocks that are underperforming the S&P 500. We want stocks with the power and the potential to generate outsized returns. So this brings us to our second criteria, institutional support. Seeing a stock trending higher above its 50-day and 200-day lines is just one way to confirm institutional support. But there are other ways worth investigating to determine the overall quality of a given stock. These include a rising number of funds that own the stock, especially top-rated funds. IBD's premium charts make it very easy to analyze this data by opening up this right side panel and clicking on the top tab titled Owners and Funds. So, for example, with energy drink stock Celsius, we can see the stock's fund ownership summary, as well as IBD's mutual fund index ownership. This first list gives us the total number of funds invested in that stock. A growing number is obviously the bullish indicator that we want to see for a stock contender. Also, IBD's mutual fund index ownership shows any top growth-style mutual funds that our team likes to see as holders of individual stocks we're researching. Third on our checklist for determining the quality of a stock is current industry group rank. IBD monitors 197 industry groups that classify stocks into their respective industries. These industry groups are also ranked, so we can see which groups are outperforming at a given time. According to IBD founder William O'Neill's book, How to Make Money in Stocks, 37% of a stock's movement is tied to the performance of its industry group. We want companies in the top 40, but ideally the top 20 of the 197 groups that IBD tracks. So going back to our example of Celsius, the stock is part of the non-alcoholic beverages industry group, which currently ranks number 16 out of the 197 groups. That shows that this group is currently a leader and supports the argument that Celsius is indeed a quality stock at this time. It's also notable to see an industry group from the back of the pack move to the middle or front of the pack. So if a group moves from 180 to 70 in just a matter of weeks or months, that's something to investigate further as well. Fourth on our checklist is determining if the stock's earnings and sales growth is up to par. How do we determine this? Well, our research has shown that at least a 25% increase in quarterly earnings per share separated the winning stocks from the losing stocks. So we look for a gain of at least that much in EPS in the company's most recent quarter. Additionally, sales growth should be at least 25% in the most recent quarter as well. But a fast increase in earnings and sales just for a quarter or two can be short-lived, so another key indicator of quality is a stock with at least a 25% rise in the past 3 years. As with the other indicators of quality, this stock criteria is very easy to locate in IBD's premium charts near the bottom of the screen. We can see results for the most recent quarter and results for the past quarters as well, showing earnings and sales results compared with the same quarter a year prior, as well as the percentage increase or decrease on a year-over-year basis. Strong earnings estimates are also something to take into consideration before buying. Again, to summarize this buying checklist, consider stocks that meet the following criteria. Both the stock and the overall market are in an uptrend, with the stock moving above key moving averages. The stock shows signs of institutional support. The stock is part of a leading industry group, and the stock shows strong year-over-year earnings and sales growth. The most important thing to take away from this is that there is indeed a systematic, rules-based way of determining the quality of a stock, and if it meets all or only some of these criteria. This checklist should be used in addition to your comprehensive charting techniques and rules, such as buying a stock as it moves beyond a proper entry.